Can you please be quiet? Thank you. And also, can you please put your phones off? Hello, everybody. Hello, dear friends. It's my great honor and pleasure to welcome you today on the occasion of Mohanji's birthday at Bosphorus in Istanbul, Turkey. I would like to use this opportunity also to welcome our audience watching us on Facebook and other social platforms. You are all with us here in our hearts. I hope you can feel this magnificent and festive atmosphere. Now we will welcome Mohanji and Devi Mohan. Warm welcome to Mohanji and Devi Mohan. I'm sure that the best person to introduce Mohanji is his wife, his life partner.
Probably not.
Who is also global ambassador of Mohanji Foundation and president of ACT Foundation. Here you go, Devi.
Thank you, Dalila. Loving welcome to all of you and all our spiritual family and friends watching us online. So just take a couple of minutes to just say a brief introduction into who is Mohanji and what does it mean to be part of Mohanji family. So yesterday I spoke at length that what's really special about this family is that it all started organically. We didn't have any sponsors or mecena, as we say in Europe, or anyone who backing this up. It was just a pure intention that came from Mohanji's heart and support from a grand tradition, intangible support. So in India, they say that everything that is measurable is Maya or illusion. And it's exactly that grace factor, which is something that is not measurable and something that comes only when we do things beyond ourselves, when we do something selflessly with purest of intention. So that's what made this whole platform called Mohanji Foundation come to life. Currently in more than 80 countries. In 16 countries we have Mohanji Foundations registered as legal entities, and we have hundreds, now thousands of volunteers around the globe for Mohanji Foundation, ACT Foundation, and various other platforms like Early Birds Club, World Consciousness Alliance, Mohanji Youth Club. So across different age groups and strata of society, beyond all boundaries, there is value addition happening to the world. What's really beautiful about it is that Mohanji is not doing this to promote himself as a personality or as a person. He's actually helping all of us to rise up to our highest potential by finding different aspects that suit us. So we are not here by Mohanji. We are here to overcome all frames, just like he did, just like he came out of all frames, including the slavery to our ego and our mind and our expectations. So as we rise up through selflessness and purity and social service and expression of our uniqueness and authenticity, we are able to rise up to that higher potential. And this platform was created as the booster or as a means for many of us to rise up in that way. So that's what makes it very special. I, as his wife, can also say that I was never forced by Mohanji to behave in a specific way or to be pretentious or try to be something that I'm not. So I come from the Balkan region, and here among our participants we have quite many people from the Balkan region. We are very unruly and we have this innate, the spite. So if you try to push us into something, it's not happening. But we are all in the heart also. We are very spontaneous and we celebrate life. So I feel it's a very beautiful connection between that passion and spontaneity and celebration of life and courage, and also beauty and humility and depth of India. So when it all comes together, I think we make a pretty good family globally. And also, as I said yesterday, we do have deep Vedic roots in the Balkan region. Before Christianity came to that region, there was a civilization with deep contact with the Vedic knowledge. So that's somewhere deeply ingrained in us. And this is not a religion. This is Sanatana Dharma, the basic ground rules of existence, which boils down to the wisdom of yoga, and again further boiling down into being natural. So that being natural, being you, is one of Mohanji's core messages, and also living in a liberated way and leaving liberated, right? So this is our aim. We are not here to hoard wealth. We are not here to prove anything. We are simply here to become more and more natural, more and more loving, and inspire others to radiate that kind of beauty and energy. So Mohanji lives and his teachings and guides us through his own example, and all of us aim to rise up to that level of being completely natural, free, and just out there living our highest version and highest potential. So on that special day, we are so happy to be in a beautiful Bosphorus, where nature celebrates unity, where we all can unite through that higher frequency energy beyond all these constrictions that we are facing now during COVID challenges and many other divisions that happened among the people. We are here to celebrate the unity, purity, and divinity. So thank you.
Thank you, Devi. I would also like to use this opportunity to say how thankful I am to be a part of this beautiful platform, to be a volunteer, and to get the best salary in the world. Actually, the platform where you can grow so high. I mean, your guru is putting you in very uncomfortable situations like moderating Satsang for his birthday. Okay. Today, we have honor also to present you books that are translated into other languages than English. So the first book is Kailash Inner Kora Marathi. This is the book. The book was translated by Dr. Mrs. Vinaya Darvadkar. She is a pediatrician doctor by profession. She was awarded the prestige, I'm sorry for my pronunciation, Satya Bhushan Award, and also Maharashtra State Award for her literature. She's 82. She took up the project of translation of Kailash with Mohanji in Marathi, with the intention that the content of the book and importance of Kailash Yatra reaches a larger Marathi audience. Mohanji Foundation thanks her for her dedication and efforts. The second book is Must, the Ecstatic by Mohanji. Remaining always in inner ecstasy and living in complete freedom and abundance, they walk the earth to remind you of your lost glory, to go within, to be in ecstasy within yourself, to be you, to be a must. Must book gives us a peek into the grand tradition where the masters comes in search for the seeker when the seeker is ready. Even though the book says that this is a work of fiction, the authenticity of the story is left to the reader's imagination, intuition, or experience, whatever we may call it, to unravel whether the mystical story is fictional, surreal, or an epitome of truth. Apart from the English, the Must was translated in Tamil language. This book has been translated by Arun Vatavuran, Shaima Jayaslin, and Jay Jayaslin, members of the Mohanji family that are based in UK. Their passion and dedication to make this book available to the Tamil audience is very helpful. Also, We have Must in Marathi language. It was translated by Moshumi Patanka, a member of the Mohanji UK family. She really worked hard on completing the translation within a very short period of time of 3 months in order to get this book reach Marathi-speaking audience. And the last, nevertheless, okay, it's Guru Lila number 4. I'm sure that everybody is excited about. Okay. Guru Lila 4, Mohanji and I, is a collection of testimonials from various Mohanji followers around the world. The core of Mohanji and I is the deep connection of every follower with Mohanji. Every experience culminates in fulfillment of desires, enabling the seeker to walk the path of liberation. It takes the follower closer to the Guru on the outside who guides us to the divinity within. If you are interested in buying these books, you can go to www.amazon.com and you can purchase either paper copies or Kindle versions. Okay, there are 2 amazing projects that arised from this challenging year behind us, which is Loyalty Program and Induction of People into Sanatana Dharma. Now I would like to hand over microphone to Monika Dizdarevic to present Loyalty Program.
Thank you, Dalila. Oh, sorry. Okay, so I will just briefly explain the Mohanji Loyalty Program. It is basically to respect and honor all the people that have been standing by Mohanji's side with conviction and dedication throughout all these years of the development of Mohanji Foundation. And how we will honor these people, we will see the benefits actually in the future, but basically when we develop Mohanji Benevolence Centers, we will have special place for these people. Also, when we have retreats in the future, there will be some special discounts for these people of the loyalty program. So it's to respect and reward the long-serving members who have consistently stood by Mohanji, contributed to the growth and development of the Mohanji platform through their time, energy, and effort, financial resources, and any other mode. There will maybe be 2 kind of memberships. The Platinum membership, who has been by his side for 10+ years, and the Gold membership, 50+ years. So very old. So yes, this is something that we're working on currently.
Not 50, it's 5.
Okay, we will.
Before I was born.
Maybe that's for the future, correct? That's for the future. 5+ years. Okay. So yes, that's just a briefly introduction about our loyalty program. So, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Monika. Also, the second amazing project that arose from the last year's challenges was Induction of People into Sanatana Dharma. Mohanji's vision is to provide a structured path for those interested in embracing the tenets of Sanatana Dharma. It's our pleasure to hear more about it directly from Mohanji.
Good afternoon to all of you. Well, Sanatana Dharma is the basic ground rules of existence and creation. That means the whole universe is built with certain principles. And Sanatana Dharma simply means those principles in action. Now, human beings have refined intellects, can create something from nothing. We have that capacity. So that also comes with responsibility. When you have higher capacity, that also means there is responsibility. and understanding how the world and the universe functions and being in tune with that law is following Sanatana Dharma. So these are basic principles of creation and existence. So when somebody decides to follow the Sanatana Dharmic principles, we would like to officiate them. Not many organizations can do that. So it's like induction into a pattern of life with certain oaths and vows, such as non-violence is one of them. We do not entertain violence in thoughts, words, or expressions and actions. Another thing is the ability to share what you have, being selfless, like that. The principles of the highest order for a human possibility or human being, or highest possibility of a human being. So these are the principles, and then such things are taught to them. This is not forced, no compulsion, but the facility is provided. So this year onwards, because we have centers coming up, we have places happening, our own locations happening, people can come, people can stay and practice. That's why we wanted to define the system in such a way that they can merge with the system. And the whole idea is simple: to create and maintain refined human beings in the world, which in turn helps the collective consciousness. Many people believe that spirituality is activity. Means you learn certain techniques, you follow certain techniques, and they're fine. Evolution or experience is discarded. Here, our focus is on experience. Such as human life is defined well through scriptures, through practices, through orientation and lifestyle. This is the Sanatana Dharmic principles. So, completely voluntary. And if somebody says, okay, this is what I want to follow for the rest of my life, then we orient them, initiate them into this. This is not just like a simple initiation of Kriya. This is more like a system initiation. You got to practice it. You got to formally practice it. So that it's like an education system, fully systemized, without any compulsion. Nobody is asked to follow it. So each, and they can assess their own growth by being fully human. That's the idea. If you have a question, I'll take it.
Okay, there is a question. Can you please give light on the importance of being in now? Exercise patience, stability and flexibility, and give guidance on how to maintain that in these turbulent times.
Well, life happens now. It's not yesterday nor tomorrow. We think that we can have happiness tomorrow, and we strive for that happiness. And what happened during COVID times? Many of those opportunities were taken away. We don't have them. So it's important to be happy now. It's important to cherish whatever is happening in our life right now. Future is unpredictable. We don't know. So it's very, very important to understand. This is a kind of constant awareness that, with presence of mind, that life is happening right now. Yesterday is over. You cannot go back and change anything. Future has not happened as yet. And if future happens the way you love it or like it, good enough. If it doesn't, you got to remain flexible. Remain flexible. Being in the present. These are the two things you should remember when we talk about being in now. That means you should be fully focused on this time, forget about the past or the future, and also accept things as it comes. Just let it happen in life. Experience is as it is. Tomorrow, if something new happens, enjoy it. That means you got to be in the present. Now, in the COVID situation, this is what we experienced. Most of our projects had to be redefined. We couldn't just follow what we did or continue to do what we did all these years. We had to change. We had to redefine. We had to adjust to the present realities. Otherwise, we could have had many retreats already. You know, here we are struggling to have one. This is truth. So it's not in our control anymore. And since it's not in our control, we got to be aware and understand that all you need is flexibility. Extreme flexibility. When you have flexibility, you survive. When you do not have flexibility, you are in a hangover of the past. Oh, last year was like this, or year before was like this. I'm not able to do all those now. All these things work in your mind and make the present miserable. If you live in the present, accept the present as it is, it's still edible. You can still survive. It's very important. This. Being in the now is all the more important at this time, more than ever.
In times of adversities and calamities, one can choose to take two approaches. The first one is an old repetitive pattern motivated by fear and guilt, or the second one, evolve and expand in consciousness. Can you comment on how one can use any situation as opportunity for growth and positive transformation?
Yes. I touched upon the subject of flexibility right now. You see, we are unique beings, right? We have our likes and dislikes. We have our personalities. We are quite unique. But have you ever accepted that fact? Mostly not, because we compare ourselves with other people. We try to compete with other people. You know, the education system that we have, the political system that we have, and also the religious system that we have not created individuals as far as I can see. What have they created? What have they created? All these systems, what have they created? Obedient slaves. We have not made individuals in this world. 7.5 billion people out there. How many are individuals? Can you see individuals? If you see individuals, they would stand out. Why 7.5 billion people are not standing out? Because everybody has refined intellect. All people are unique, perfect, beautiful creations. But why are they not standing out? That's because systems so far have created only slaves. Now, with these masks, it's sealed. The coffin is sealed. Your personality itself is covered. It doesn't matter who's behind the mask because you can't see them. You know, behind the mask it could be anybody. Impersonal. We can't even connect to those people because we can't say that it's the same person I met yesterday. It's mask. Right? See, look at, this is a very important thing for you to understand. Where we have reached. So COVID situation should not be blamed for our restrictions only. You should also think about the education, the learning that we have with this situation. This is an urge, a wake-up call for you to be individuals, independent individuals, where you have to depend on your uniqueness. We are unique. We are all unique. That's why our thumb impression is unique. The structure of the retina of our eyes are unique. There's nobody everybody are unique. So it's very important to understand that we are unique, and it's time for us to be individuals. And experiences are always individualistic. I cannot say my experience can be transplanted into another person. It's not possible. Because experiences are totally individualistic. Very much so. You see? So when experiences are individualistic, how can you be another brick on the wall? How can you be? Isn't it a question? You know what I'm talking about? But then why are we bricks on the wall? See, I am not trying to create more followers. What I am telling the world is that find yourself. If you found yourself, only then you will find me. If you have not found yourself, you will see only an image. You can call that image father, brother, guru, whatever you like, and it doesn't matter. Whatever you call doesn't matter. Your connection with me matters, your love matters, your feeling of oneness matters. Otherwise, what really matters? You really matter to yourself because you are sleeping with you since birth till death. You have no choice. You can avoid everybody around you, but you can't avoid yourself. So all that I'm telling to the world all the time is to find yourself. By removing all the comparisons, all competition, all the things which makes you not you, take it away, remove it. And then what you get is the real you, as pure as it takes. If you have found that in this life, you reach the top of Everest. That's the highest possibility in this life. But don't think that practices can help you with this. Don't think that other people can help you. Nothing external can help you. They are only mirrors. Everything around you are only mirrors, just showing you your own various possibilities or forms. You got to take time to find yourself. You got to take time to go within, deep within. And some experiences come, and don't get stuck with experiences. They also can change. Yesterday's experience may not be today. So you got to be very, very neutral, observant, like a witness, watching over you, accepting you, and progressing through acceptance. Only through acceptance you can progress. We are habituated to be against somebody, against something all the time. We are against, and in the bargain, do you know what happens? These likes and dislikes are really confusing our life. We either like or we dislike. You know, oh, I like this person, I don't like this person. This is the game we are playing. Does it really matter whether you like somebody or not for that person? It doesn't matter. Whether you like that person or not like the person, it's the same. Their life will go on. He will have an appetite at the right time. He will go to toilet, he'll take bath, he'll sleep, whether you like it or not. Isn't it? We got to be aware. Our likes and dislikes are our problem. So take them out. We try to compare, criticize, judge people. And because we have concepts inside us, we have made frames. We try to put a person in the frame, and if the frame is big or small, that person cannot be fitted in. When that person cannot be fitted in, we complain. That's not the guy I wanted. Not my sort. Not my type. You know, they are not supposed to be your type. They are themselves. Where is the problem now? It's inside, within us. We're trying to bring all sorts of frames and try to cut the person to fit the frame, and the person will run away, and then we complain. Oh, I expected a lot from them, but it didn't come out. I expected a lot from him. it did not work out. You just imagine how our thought processes works. Why I explained all this is because it's just a mirror turned to yourself so you can see who you are. You know, everything is illusory. We are really struggling to prove to the world we are somebody, but the world doesn't accept you. What do? We try to do so many things to the world, to tell the world, hey, look here, I'm a great personality. The world is not looking at you. The world has something else to do. What do? These are questions you should ask yourself. World is like that. World is your mirror. If you do not accept yourself, world cannot accept you. If you are in resistance with various factors of life, world reflects the same thing to you. If you have anger, world gives you anger. If you have hatred, world gives you hatred. What you have within you in abundance, that's exactly what the world projects on you. And don't blame the world. This is what you have inside. If you clearly understand that, and only through acceptance, you can clear them out of you. You can remove them slowly through acceptance, through time. You need to have a hell lot of patience. So much of patience. It takes time. It's not easy to take you off the habits from the world to be you. It takes time. It takes a lot of time. Once you found you, then you are totally at peace. Whatever happens in the world outside, no problem. You will help if you have to. You shift from sympathy to empathy. You become effective. Effective in the world. Effective life is the real life. I'm coming to that now. It's not the number of years you spent on earth, eating, drinking, sleeping, doing nonsense stuff. It's the effective times you spent on earth. How effective you have been. All the platforms that I had created are to make people effective. One reason. Just one reason. To be effective here. That's real life. Effective life is the real life. You got to contribute to the world, not take from the world only. Because we're taking a lot of stuff unconsciously thinking it's our right. Change that idea. Remove right. Their life starts to become effective. Their changes happen in life. Every moment you are thinking, what else can I do for this world? What I can give to this society? There you have to explore. You have to explore your highest potential consistently. There is no other way. So if you really change your focus from rights to responsibility, life changes. Life starts changing for the positive and to the effective. This is important. And always ask why certain things do not happen to you. My question is, do you believe they will happen? If you really believe this thing can happen to me, it will happen. But often we are not believing in ourselves. We don't believe in ourselves. That's why it's not happening. So many factors are connected. We'll explore those in the days to come. As I take you through various systems, I hope that will give you some kind of transformation. It all depends on how much you connect to me and participate in this thing. You know, transformation is simple. It's number one, availability. Number two, the involvement in the activity. These two things are very important. We'll work through that in the days to come.
Question. How to survive in this cutthroat competitive world without compromising on your integrity?
I touched upon that just a short while ago. We all have uniqueness, right? We have our unique personality, unique talents, unique presence, and unique relevance in this world. That's why I said nobody is like another. Even if you take all the leaves on one plant and analyze them properly, you know that even though they look alike, they are not the same. This is how creation has worked. Everything is different. All people are different. All people are unique. All people have relevance. They have space and they have uniqueness. So this is exactly what you should nurture. Then you cannot compete with anybody else. Nobody can compete with you. Only if you are all same, you can compete. I can slightly run faster. Here it's not possible. Your uniqueness and your presence with your uniqueness, that's your delivery. That's exactly what you're offering to this world. Not as somebody else. You can't be somebody else. You have to understand and you have to be clear that your strength is your uniqueness. That's your strong point. All of us have it. Please believe me. All of us have these strong points. I'm not special, neither are you special. We are all special. We are all unique. We are all having the same potential, power, and relevance on earth. We have our spaces. Nobody can take your space. You are you. So this is our uniqueness, and this is what we should understand. Once you know that you're unique and you start working on your uniqueness, if you want to compare, do compare from your yesterday to your today. Compare the transformation that you have attained over time. Continuously. You will not be the same 10 years ago. Now you are different. People say that after I met you, so many things changed. I always tell them, clarity. That's what I'm giving you. Take the nonsense out and you will have everything clear. It's like removing the fog from the road and you have good visibility. This is exactly the magic that can happen to you, provided you are up to it. If you say, I am happy with the fog, I'm used to the fog, I don't like visibility, then nobody can help you. Transformation is your choice. You can be transformed, provided you are able to take what comes to you, use it in the right possible way, and transform, evolve into something. This is possible. We have that power inbuilt. We have that potential. We have that power inbuilt in us, within us. And if you say, no, I'm used to, see, the thing is habitual practices, habitual thoughts, habitual expressions. I'm used to it last 50 years, 40 years. That's exactly what is the detrimental factor. Because we are used to something, we don't want to leave it. And this is exactly the reason why we cannot progress. So, there is a potential for transformation. If you want to compare with yourself from your yesterday to your today, and keep comparing your growth from your past, not with another person. Second, compete with your yesterday. Compete with yourself. Don't look at another person and compete. That's a wrong understanding. As I said in the beginning, that person is unique. You are unique. You cannot call the other person as a proper opponent or somebody whom you can compete with. That's wrong understanding. So you got to compete with yourself. You have to compare with yourself and evolve to the higher. The more awareness you have, the more clarity you will have, the more potential you will have, and also effectiveness you will have. If you live for 10 years, lead 10 effective years, contributing to the world, making a difference in the world. Be game changers, trendsetters, which that power you have within you. You have that power, you know. And don't think that this only some people can do it. It's not true. It's not true. You know, if you look at, like I can tell from the context of Indian philosophy, all the people like Lord Ram, Lord Krishna, they all went through tremendous struggles. Jesus went through tremendous struggles right from childhood. From the time he was born, he went through many, many struggles. It has never been easy. Don't expect that everything will be smooth and easy. And don't expect, now I found a master or a guru, so he has to clean my clothes. Not so. It's not that. That's wrong understanding. You know, you walk, if you fall, he will hold you. He will guide you. He will take you to your destination, provided you do walk. If you do not walk, the guru cannot carry you on the shoulder. The master does not do that. That's not his job. If master has found light, he will tell you where to look. He will never tell you what to see. Why? If he tells you what to see, then where is your individuality? You should see what you can see. You should see as per your capacity, as per your orientation, and as per your unique constitution. Not exactly like the master. He would have seen something, you may see something else, and that's the variety that you get from this earth. That's the beauty of existence here. Clear? Thank you.
Question. If everything is already written, that means that we can't change our destiny. But as we change ourselves, can we change timing of the events on our path through life?
Well, the life path or destiny journey from your first heartbeat to your last heartbeat is pretty much defined, and that also tells the duration of your existence, the purpose of your existence, what you want to experience and what you will experience over time in linear terms. This is defined. But one thing you can always change: the awareness pattern. When you have more awareness, higher awareness, raised awareness, the flavor of your experience changes. Simple thing. Imagine you stop resisting your daily life as it happens, as it evolves, as it happens. You're not resisting. How will you feel? Imagine you're not complaining. Stop complaining, criticizing, blaming other people. Imagine you practice that. How will your life be? Simple. It's our attitude. When your attitude changes, the whole flavor changes. Impact changes. And once the impact changes, your life is different. You have that power already inside you. Many people, they embark into projects they do not believe in, and they meet failure. You know, if you do not believe in the things you do, you can't attain success. We should believe. You know, I have only contributed, or what I have given to this world is very simple. I have given to this world myself. I have not given to this world anything else. Because I realize that the only authentic thing I can give to this world is myself. Everything else has come and they will go. So if I say, I give you something which I have acquired, that's temporary anyway. It doesn't have permanent value. All of you, please remember, what you can give to the world, to life, to the mission, to the purpose is yourself. Only. You are the only authentic capital that you have. No other thing. You don't have any other capital. Please understand. Even this body is not yours. You've taken this body for some time, for the experiences, and then you leave. So what can you give to this world? You, as a constitution, as a potential, as a unique being. You see? If this is clearly understood, we are all clear. So definitely we can have changes, transformations, and all those things possible. Like, so many people wanted to come here for this program, but many people couldn't due to whatever reasons. But now this group are here. We are not assessing why this group, right? We are here. This is more important. Your presence here is important. Your presence had to happen. Somebody configured this. Somebody made this happen. It doesn't matter who made this happen. But the reality is that we are here. So, acceptance. Simple, straight acceptance. That's exactly where you start. Accepting yourself, accepting your situation, accepting what has come, accepting what has gone. Everything goes through acceptance. No resistance. Then evolution takes place. You start evolving. You start becoming better aware. When you become better aware of your realities, impacts are different. Imagine you are resisting everything. Why this happened to me? This cannot happen to me. Why this? And that person is not good. The situation is not good. Stars are not good. All the time we are resisting, fighting. What do you get out of it? More such events, more such calamities, more such experiences, because we are resisting. When you resist, you postpone, you push it aside. They come back at another time. They do come back. So you got to accept, okay, this is happening, this is fine. Keep moving.
Question. How to keep your peace when your loved ones, most dearest ones, most closed ones don't seem to get you and respect you for who you are and what you would like to do?
I have touched upon this question a little bit earlier. Your realities of this life are what you project. If you project anger, you get anger. You project insecurities, you receive insecurities. You project anxiety. Many people project anxiety now with the COVID situation. What you get from others, same anxiety. So we are creating certain ripples in the society with our expressions, with what we are, without our knowledge. We may not understand that we are creating it, but this is exactly what you are getting back. So how do you become more and more accepted in the society? Ask one question. Have I accepted myself as I am, with all deficiencies, with all drawbacks, with all weaknesses and all strengths? If I have accepted myself as I am, as exactly I am, the society starts respecting you as you are. Very simple. So the recipe for acceptance is self-acceptance, self-respect, self-love. This is important. That's why I started this program by saying, you are unique. Please remember this all the time. When you feel you're not up to the mark, remember, you are unique. There is something in you which deserves to be explored. Are you exploring it? If you are exploring it, you will see a different you every day when you wake up in the morning. Every day will be different, every day will be unique, and you will have a fresh you each day, not the hangover of yesterday. Not the hangover of yesterday. Most of us are hangovers of our past. That's exactly the wall which prevents us from being new. You got me? This is the point. Self-acceptance, self-respect, self-love. This makes a difference in the world. People look at you differently because they may become awed by how much you are accepting yourself. This is not pride, ego, or one-upmanship. Not trying to become superior to somebody. We are not superior to anybody. We are not inferior to anybody. We are not even equal to anybody. We are unique. If that's understood, there you go.
For those people in old age and who are facing death, how to have a peaceful death?
Peaceful death?
Peaceful death.
Well, death is something which is inevitable. If we are born, we have to die. Not only die, we evolve through time. Means As a child, we were different. As a teenager, we have been different. As a youth, we are different. Every level, we are different. We are evolving. Body is changing, mind is changing, intellect is changing, all things are changing. So this is the truth that we have to live with. We are living this truth. One part of this truth is death. We live as if we don't die, and then what do? We compete, we compare, we fight, we make a lot of problems in the world, and then we suffer. It's not that we make problems and others suffer. More than others, we suffer. When we are angry with somebody, we suffer. When we have anxiety, we suffer. When we hate people, we suffer. Should we suffer like this? If yes, why? It's important to ask this question. Why are we suffering? Why are we choosing to suffer? Wrong choice. Wrong choices or lack of understanding. Correct? So here goes the thing. Perfect awareness. Today is my day. I love or I accept things that comes to me. Like the food that came to the table, the people we meet, what the day brings to you or what the day brings to your table, accept them. Love them, experience them. And then tomorrow, it's a different day, a new day. Day will bring new things to your table. Table means life. Day will bring fresh, new world to you every day. Accept it. And through acceptance, if you have lived well, means not through resistance, fighting, comparing, competing. You are living peace, happiness, acceptance. Then at the time of death, you will be smiling and dying. Because it's like a sleep state. You had your life, you had your days, you are happy, and you have evolved, you have become matured, then effortless death. This is your choice. You see? See, I was telling our doctor that at the time of my death, if I'm dying, don't put me in the hospital with all the pumps and stuff on my face. I have the right to die peacefully. At the time of my death, I don't want all these things. And keep pumping the heart and keeping you alive for what? I've delivered. What I'm supposed to deliver, I've delivered. And now if you keep me pumping, I will deliver nothing. Just waste of time. So, this clarity we should always have. Right now we live. This is the time given for living. Live. Don't worry about death. At the time of death, aware, okay, that show is over. Now let's get out. Bye-bye. It's not tragedy. There's no tragedy in it. This is inevitability. This is an inevitability. All that's born will die. Thousands of people, millions of people existed before our birth. And millions of people will exist after our birth. Some point in time they appear. For some point in time they will be existing. And after a while they will be leaving. What is the best thing to do in life? Love. Accept. Feel the life. Feel life. Feel people. The life in people. The aspirations of people. That's exactly what I said. This is your time for it. If you live now, you will have no problem to leave at any point in time because you had your life already. So this awareness is important. See, what happens is anxiety connected to old age, which is mostly helplessness. They are helpless, like small children are helpless. When you are in old age, you are also helpless. This is exactly what works with people. The moment you stop earning or you become less relevant in the society, you start having anxieties. And this is the time. We had a beautiful system in Bharat, in India. Brahmacharya, the youth time, as a child, you're taught skills. Please remember, not educated. Now today's education, as I said in the beginning, we create bricks on the wall. You teach a lot of different stuff and the children do not know what they are. This is exactly what is expected out of education system. You should not know who you are and what you are. So you remain confused so everybody can manipulate you. That's not the education system. Skill as per your orientation. Imagine a person is oriented to be a doctor. Teach him medicines. If a person is oriented to be a carpenter, he loves to do carpentry. Teach him carpentry. What happens in that system? Or what happens then? A person all his life does what he loves to do. Imagine, every day you wake up and do what you love to do. What is the result? You have a great life. Every day is engaging and entertaining. You know, but otherwise, big money job, that is the motivation now. What gives you big money? Are you happy with that big money job? Probably not. That's where calamities happen. Anxieties and fears happen. Competition has to happen because of this big money pursuits. Children are taught to compete, compare, and even kill to win. Here, if you are taught the skills which suits the person, you don't have to compete because you are already up there. And you will grow because you would innovate, because you love to do it. So, brahmacharya, taught the right skills as per the orientation. Then comes grihastha. Grihastha is the time when they execute what they learned in the world. Because they love to do it, they would do very well in life. Second stage. Third stage is vanaprastha. So in the second stage, when you execute your skills in the world, you start earning. You will have benefits coming from there. What you sow, so you reap. Means when you give good stuff in the world, people will buy. They will say, yeah, we love it. We love your products. We buy it. Whatever skills you have as per your presence in the world, your actions in the world, and then you start getting rewards out of it. Then the third stage comes when you decide, this has come to me, all that I have earned, all my positions that I have experienced in life, all the possessions, the materials I have collected, and all the relations that I have are temporary. They have come to me at certain time. This awareness is very important at that stage. That is adulthood. When you reach 50, 55, 60, we should remember everything that has come to me has reached me at certain points in time. And they will go at certain points in time. I can't hold anything from here. I can't take anything from here. I'm here like on a tourist visa. Can you stay in Turkey unless you're a Turkish person? After a while, they'll throw you out. We are here on a tourist visa. Like that, we are on a tourist visa in the world. At the time of death, you're out. This understanding. So all that you have in your hand, positions, possessions, relations, they all go away. That awareness makes you detached from them. You start detaching from all that you call as mine. You start staying away, watching them. Fourth stage, that's the old age. That stage comes when you are fully settled in that understanding. Nothing is mine. Then death is normal. There is no struggle to die. Because you already know all these things are for my experience. I experienced them at the right time. Now they will go to somebody else. That understanding is enough for us to be stable at the time of death also. This is the right thing to happen.
You said best thing is to serve the world and serve the people. It would be nice if I can clearly understand and learn how can I serve multitude of people.
I would make it simpler. The best thing is to serve yourself. You know, if you cannot serve yourself, you cannot serve the world. This is very important to understand. What do you mean by serving yourself? Not eating, drinking, sleeping, etc. Look at what makes you contented and how much effective your life is. that's serving yourself. Serving yourself, people get deluded with the things, with the thought that it's the things which satisfies your mind. Mind can never be satisfied. You see? Senses can never want more. Ego wants more. Beyond all that, there is a contentment factor. What makes you feel rich inside? Your contentment factor, satisfaction factor. If you follow that, if you understand that, if you clearly connect to that, then you're serving yourself well. If you really want to serve yourself well, or if you really serve yourself well, you will be serving the world. That's the understanding that comes automatically. I feel good when I share. When people around me are not hungry, I feel nice. Things like that. If I eat more food, if I have 2 lunch, I can't even walk. Like many of you are sleepy here, and I'm 100% sure that's because you had great lunch. You know, yawning, dozing off. I see this. That's the only thing is that you had great lunch. So what food gives to you? Laziness. Food, after beyond a certain stage, it makes you lazy. How much food is good for you? 1/3 of your stomach. That's good for you. It gives you energetic. Now you definitely had 3/3 full. And there is 4th stage also up to here. You can't even speak. Then somebody has to take you and put you in a bed. And it's like a snake. You hibernate for some time until it's digested. Then you go to toilet, then you come back and eat again. You know, this is human mechanism. Why we eat like this? Because there is an insecurity inside. We try to cover that insecurity with food. And in the bargain, what happens? Laziness. You know, we have bad life. Our life gets wasted. This is exactly why I said in this point, in this context, you should understand what makes you satisfied, what brings you satisfaction, contentment, what makes you energetic. When you get up in the morning, you have something to do, something great to do. We have greatness sitting in us, but we don't exercise them, we don't explore them. Hence, we don't experience them. We have greatness within us. Greatness is everybody's game. It's there. But since we don't explore them, we don't believe in it, we don't experience them. But we are great by birth. We are. There's no other way. There's no other way. And if somebody says the other person is better, they don't know. It's complete illusion. They don't understand. So, the point I'm saying is that serving the world is actually serving yourself. There's no world apart from you. End of the day, where is satisfaction? Where is happiness? Where is anger, hatred, jealousy, revenge? It's all within us. There's nothing outside. The whole story is about us. How we are. How powerful we are. We are powerful. We are really powerful. And if we have the attitude to transform the world, to be game changers, it will happen. But are we really taking the effort to do that? This question should be asked all the time. Just for the tiny little space in time for taste buds, we are ruled by the taste buds, you know. Tiny little spine. That means the food on the table has no taste. Once it's eaten, have no taste. Where is the taste then? While you are in the process of eating, when the food is traveling through your tongue, that's the only time. For that sake, we are doing all this stuff in the world. Right? We must understand where we stand. It's important. So, who are we serving actually? Ourselves. We are not serving the world, are we? Don't be in an illusion. Don't be in an illusion. We are not serving the world. We are serving ourselves. That's all. You know, but under the illusion that we are serving the world and we feel great about it. Greatness is not that. Greatness has to happen like respect. It has to happen through your consistent action, through your conviction, and through your relevance on earth. It will come to you. It has to come to you. It has to happen. By adding value to society, greatness happens to you. See, I told in the beginning, my investment to this world was myself. And I still maintain that. I didn't change my mind. That's true. Second point, when you are living this life on earth, at some point in time, you need to take a stock. This stock taking happens at the time of death. I think you would have read in some books, at the time of death, you suddenly get reminded of all that you did, all the major things you did, or the major emotions you went through in the life. At the time of death, there's a quick rewinding happening. It's not rewinding, it's recoiling. What happens is that all these memories are stored, and at the time of death, while you pack the bags, you get to see them again. So this happens at the time of death for sure, for everybody. And also, it continues through the death, that process, because it goes with the memories go with the soul. It takes the memories out. Then in the womb state, as the child is in the womb, these memories come back into the children. And you can see when children are born, they cry and they laugh in sleep, because the movie is still going on from the past. So they get to see, and their only thought would be, thank you, enough is enough, no more of this. But we do the same thing again in life. Same attachments, same possessions, same positions, same relations, and same experiences again in another life. Continuously. We don't even get to see them, you see. So while living, it would be a good idea to take a stock. What have I done on this earth till this time? Maybe it's a good idea to sit down and write it. You know, what have I done so far on earth, apart from eating, drinking, sleeping, going to toilet, etc.? What else have I done? Then probably you can redefine yourself. It might be a good idea. Yeah? Thank you.
So the question is about people who have narcissistic personality disorder. Is it possible for them to change their behavior?
Everything is possible. Everything is about awareness. You see, there is nothing permanent. If something has happened to you that has come from somewhere, probably repeated habits, probably some kind of suppression. All disorders have their roots in suppressions or some kind of experiences. So if there is a correction possible through life, it has to begin with acceptance. When acceptance happens, correction happens. When resistance happens, or resistance is the continuous thing, correction is very difficult. Because first of all, we deny that it's not existing while it's existing. Secondly, we always feel that we are better or we are fine. Many people say that I'm okay. And especially you know, when sometimes people say, you know, I have a great wife, or I have a great husband, I have great children, etc. Understand there is some problem. Otherwise, why do you go around and tell that you have a great family? Because it's obvious. In your smile, in your brightness, it's visible. What you are is definitely visible in your life. Some people are always constipated. The face shows that they didn't go to toilet for a long time. That's exactly what they are feeling in life. You know, that's how they are taking care of life. Means they are not allowing life to flow. They put a dam somewhere and it's swollen. This is exactly how it is. So everything is like that. Our face tells what we are. You talk with somebody for 5 minutes, you will know where they come from. In the course of time, there are a few points which I can tell you, where you can really understand a person effectively. It's very simple. It's not difficult. And people like people or dislike people as they are, not as the recipient. I like somebody. I like somebody, that person. I like this person. I don't like this person. That person doesn't care, but it's in you. The like and the dislike factor is sitting in you. So this has to be very clearly understood. You know, so everything can be changed. I believe that, see, first of all, first of all, from the childhood, right from school days, we should be able to talk to children, or there should be somebody to discuss with children, talking to them, understand them, orient them. We don't have to train them, teach them, because they know how to go ahead with their life. What we have to do is to allow them to be natural, to be themselves. Then many of these things won't happen. Today we are struggling to break them up and put them as bricks on the wall. That's exactly why all these problems happen now. Because they are unnatural. When you are unnatural, you will have fears, phobias, anxieties, disorders, everything. Being natural is the solution.
This is a question from Facebook. How to accept when you get some great challenges in life, even though you have not done any harm to anyone knowingly in this life and helped everyone whatever way was possible. Still huge challenges comes to you. How can you stay calm?
This question is answered already. It's about attitude. See, the world offers you a variety of experiences, but it's up to us what to buy. So, if world is consistently offering you pain, you can give solace to people. You can do the other. If world is offering you situations which are seemingly negative, you can offer positivity. This is what people like us do. We try to bring light into people's lives. We try. But how much light will you get depends on how much you open the curtains, right? So we all can bring light to people. We change our attitude. You see, I have told many times in many places that about the lion aspect, the animal lion. Why I keep repeating is because this is very important for us to understand. The lion is not the tallest animal, strongest animal, fastest animal in the forest. But still we call the lion the king of the forest. Why? Attitude. The lion has perfect belief in itself. When the lion attacks, an elephant thinks, oh my God, this is a lion attacking. Actually, it's a very small animal compared to the elephant. But in the elephant's mind, it comes, a lion is attacking. You see, you can sharpen your attitude in such a way. I'm not saying be like a lion, you keep roaring. You can have the right attitude of a winner, of a kind person. Express compassion, express kindness, express selflessness consistently in the world. That will change the society around you. Please understand, all the people who have done something on earth have been crucified also in various degrees, various levels. Nobody had a cakewalk. Nobody. If you desire to do something great in the world, do expect criticism, judgment, and all sorts of stuff which are of negative by nature. Don't expect the society to accept you straight away. You look into the history. Why was Jesus crucified? What did he do? He was considered a rebel by that society. And rebels are unacceptable even now. If somebody gives you somebody brings some new thoughts to the society, straight away it gets rejected. New faces are not accepted until the face becomes familiar over a period of time. So if you desire to do something on earth, you need to always prepare yourself, you need to also prepare yourself to circumvent or face the society's backlash or society's disapprovals. If you can do that, you will become great. Honor comes to you. Why? Because you believed in yourself, you believed in your thoughts, you were a lion. You decided to have the right attitude. And that right attitude will make a difference, and the difference will be visible in the world. It doesn't matter, you are not trying to make everybody like you. That's a wrong idea. Don't try to make people like you. Some people may not like you. Some people like you, some people dislike you. That's how the society is. Those who love you will love you. Those who do not love you will not love you. Don't try to make them love you. Waste of time. What you should do? Be you. Be perfectly you. Be totally you. With total acceptance. And then what happens? Some people who likes that frequency will like you. At least people will notice you because of your consistency, conviction, presence, and relevance.
This is also from Facebook. How can we find clarity on the lost passion of our life? Thank you.
Law of?
How can we find clarity on the lost passion of our life?
That's lack of purpose. See, we sometimes have expectations, and if expectations are not met, we have disappointments, and then we decide that we are a failure. That's wrong movement. We are not failures. Nobody is a failure. We had expectations and we probably had disappointments, and if things did not work as we expected, they are only lessons. They are not failures. Do you know when the failures happen? When you do not walk further. When you stop where you fell, then it's a failure. If you got up and walked, another situation comes, another application, another engagement comes, and suddenly another result comes. So there are no failures in life. Failures doesn't exist. If our attitude is that of the journey, if we truly become a true traveler, doesn't matter what the terrain is, doesn't matter the climate, doesn't matter the season. Season, climate, terrain does not matter. Then what comes? Experience of various nature. Life is all about these experiences, many different types of experiences. That's it. So, passion comes with the variety, if you have a firm goal, okay, this is my goal, I would like to be there, and then you keep walking. Some people may say you will not succeed. That is their opinion. Don't buy them. Some people say, I'll walk with you. Don't expect them. If they walk, good enough. If they don't walk, keep walking. It's an individual journey. We are here, we are born at a particular time and we'll die at a particular time. Make good use of the time on earth. Good use of the time on earth. It's very important. And passion will come provided your purpose is clear. And make your purpose much higher than your potential, so that if you target reaching the moon, at least you'll reach the treetop. You know, you aspire to reach the moon. If you can't reach the moon, no problem. At least you'll be on treetop. You'll not be sitting down on the ground. So keep walking, keep moving, and passion will come provided purpose is clear. And purpose should be just one thought. What have I delivered to this earth so far? What have I given? I've been taking a lot from this earth all these years. Now what have I contributed? If you have clarity on the contribution, you have purpose of life. You're very clear. You're not here just to eat, drink, sleep. You're here also to deliver, to express. Express your highest potential, there'll be self-inspiration. You can do more and more each time.
One more from Facebook audience. How to know who are right people in your life and who are the fake ones?
Well, there are numerous methods to know, but most of the relationships are transactional now. You know, people come to people for something. But there will be few people who want nothing from you, but they still love to be with you. These are the right friends. They come to you because they love your frequency. They stay with you because your frequency suits them, and they will walk with you all through. Time is the right measuring tape. So you can definitely be yourself. That's the best thing you can do. And do not try to compromise. Compromise doesn't mean that you don't try to resist things. I mean, you're not, it's not non-acceptance. Compromise in the sense like you bend backwards, forwards, sideways to make somebody like you. If you don't do that, the right people will come to you. And if you maintain truthfulness, people who do not like truth, they run away. If you maintain truthfulness, sometimes you will not have all the people who will probably come with you. But if you are clear and if you are sure and if you are walking the path, the right people will come. The wrong people will leave because they don't get anything out of you. So automatically this will happen. I feel that your whole job in this world, or the only job in this world, is to be true to yourself and truthfully yourself. Truthfully yourself and true to yourself. And the right people will come. The right people will support you. The right people will walk with you and live with you and share with you and grow with you.
It's your birthday today. What does it mean to you?
Well, every day is your birthday. I don't think today is any different. But one thing I like is that in numerous parts of the world, so many activities of kindness has taken place, which really makes me happy. You know, there are so many acts of kindness, so many feeding of hungry, various such things have happened. That makes me really happy. But every day is important. All days are important. Each day is important. Everybody is somebody's birthday, right? 365 days will be somebody's birthday. So it's a good idea that you keep feeding poor people, animals, birds, beings of the water, beings of the air, beings of earth, being human beings. So, and also, if you really care for the world, let it show. Let it be visible. This is very important. If you really care, let it show. And don't sit down, criticize, judge, gossip, compare and waste your time. It's all waste of time. Instead, get out into the world and see what you can do with this world. One more thing is that today we are in a situation where we don't have much control over what's happening around. We have restrictions on travel. We have a lack of freedom for various things. So we must understand that today we need more support, or we have to support more the people around us. We need to be available to the world more, you know, because there are a lot of insecurities, anxieties, fears, and a lot of things are, well, topsy-turvy in a way. So we need to support people more. We need to be more available. I've created all these platforms so that more and more people in different walks of life gets benefited. That's why. Because one platform is not enough. One platform itself is not enough. Different types of people, different flavors, different constitutions can work and explore and experience themselves better. This is why it's done. So we need to do much more. We need to walk together. And yeah, that's about it. Yeah, what else to say?
One more from audience from Facebook. What are the activities that could bring same benefits as the person who attends fire rituals?
Well, the main fire ritual is always happening inside. The food. When we eat the food, it's getting digested, and that's like a fire ritual. It's happening inside. So start with yourself. Start with yourself, feel yourself, consume what is good for you or what is enough for you, and try to bring you out of this anxiety mode or insecurity mode or poverty consciousness rather, and bring yourself to the level where you share what you have selflessly, express selflessness, express love unconditionally, and all those things which are of higher elevation oriented, like compassion, kindness, selflessness. Live this, you know, that will elevate your awareness much higher than any ritual. Any ritual. This is what I feel. Thank you so much. It's been great to speak to you. And to all the people who are listening to me in the world, I just have to say, or I just want to say, I love you.
Dear friends, thank you so much for participating in today's satsang. And also I would like to use this opportunity to remind you once more that we are very active on 5 continents, in more than 80 countries. There are more than 500 volunteers all around the globe, and I'm sure that some of you can resonate with one of the platforms that we present and apply to be a volunteer, which is the best job, definitely. So you can use email address here at mohanji.org if you resonate with any platform that we mentioned yesterday and today. Thank you so much. Soon, after 5 minutes break, we will have conscious dancing with Devi, and you are all welcome to come. Thank you. Thank you, Mohanji. Happy birthday.